Hey folks, this is just a common Joe getting back with you in regards to the Legion Rango that I recently put videos up on with my addition of the crane. And I thought since I got it apart for more modifications, I kind of give you this video and kind of walk you through it, show you what I come up with, and get your opinions if you care to leave them. First off, I watched a couple other videos on the drive shafts themselves, and I took the gentleman's suggestion and upgraded from the plastic to the steel ones. These are the ones that I bought. They're 105 to 155 millimeter. The output shaft and the output shaft for the transmission and the input shaft for the diffs is a 5 millimeter, and these extend. They're almost exact. Originals are like 102 to 130, so these will work fine. But one thing I want to address, and he had questioned it in his, that should they go on with the small end toward the transmission or toward the differential. Being a truck mechanic of 40 plus years, I'm dating myself here, it's always been that the small end always goes toward the transmission and the larger end goes toward your differential. So that being said, these are plastic, these are all steel, which is great, and they're definitely durable. He also mentioned he was concerned about water drainage because of the positions. Well, all four of them, the factories and these, have holes at the ends of the shafts, so any water that might get in there will drain out. However, I would suggest before you put them in, put a slight bit of Vaseline on the shaft here, so that whatever does get in there doesn't cause any kind of rust, and it'll actually help with your suspension. All. The other thing I wanted to address is if you look at the factory ones, you can see, again, as a truck mechanic, from U-joint to U-joint, that should be a straight line like on the new ones. It's called timing. This pin and this pin line up, so this one is in time. As they come from the factory, this is what you get. They are off time, so that might be part of the reason they twist, and being that they're plastic, that's maybe why they fail. The other thing I want to address is the factory shafts come with this screw. The new ones will come with the silver screw here. This is again, I'm going to give you this. It's Hobby Park. You can get them on Amazon, and they're not that expensive. I think it's 12 bucks for the two of them. But at any rate, if you want to put them in, you'll see I kind of laid one in here. I hope this doesn't go to crap. This small pin stinks. You can actually screw it all the way through the shaft into the diff, and it'll go all the way through. You could put Loctite on it, but you can see just by the design, it's a weaker design as it is. You can reuse the original screws, but what I had to do is, on the opposite side of the screw, I had to drill the hole to a 0.116 diameter, which actually comes out to a number 32 drill bit. From there on, I'll put a little blue Loctite on them when I put them in, and I think I should be good to go. That being said, I'll leave it go. I'll move on to another thing here is, I hate these little clips for any of the models that you use, because I got big fingers. These things are tedious, and you always pop them off, they lose them. So what I did is, you can buy these accessory chains and hooks, which these are basically set for 1/10 scale. They will not fit the shackles on the 1/8 scale, but for what I'm doing, I don't care. At any rate, these chains, you'll get the two hooks, and they give you 3 feet of chain. And with everything that I've done with my different models, I literally got 40 extra feet of chain. So what I did is took some of the small sections, and I just put them on the end of them. So when you get one hook out, you can just pull a chain, pull one hook out, and then pull the other hook out, and you're done. And you don't have to worry about losing them in the grass, because if you lose one, you lose the other. These are, I'm lucky enough, they're silver. But you know, there's black ones, and if you got to pull them out, you just don't want to lose them. So So that's on that side, that's on that side, that's done. The other thing I'd mentioned, or kind of addressed maybe, or you saw it in my other videos when I demonstrated the crane, is my suspension. Because that thing is 90% steel, it really made the rear end squat. So what I did is I took the rear shocks, I made these spacers so it would tension up the spring a little bit. I could have got heavier ones, but I didn't want to play the guessing game as to not heavy enough, too heavy. So I made these spacers. They're still adjustable. The adjuster ring still turns. You can see they're buckled just a hair, but they really did make a difference when I put them in. That is my modification. Those are actually the factory ones that come with it. Also, I want to introduce you to Eugene. He's actually the operator of this thing, and he helps me out when he can. I think the last thing I want to address, which I kind of touched on, but I was kind of vague about it, is, and it was in the other videos, is the factory framework. While this is still down here, you'll see where, get that light, where this blue frame ends. There's only a little screw on this side and one on the other side that holds it into this cheap plastic. Same in the back, same in the front. Everything from here to here is unsupported. And you'll see it when I had my little incident in one of my videos. I actually bent this front one down, straightened it out, put it back, and that's what prompted me to do what I'm about to explain. You see, between the two, I took a piece of aluminum, same size, or same thickness, and I cut out a top plate that goes all the way across. Again, it's just these are the original screws, and then I added, or I drilled through, and the posts for the front help support it there. So all of the stress on the front is actually distributed all the way across the back here. On the back, you won't see it, but there's actually one underneath this crane. I got another screw in there, and 3 of the 4 crane screws, or all 4 of the crane screws, actually go through that plate. So I got plenty of support in the back. You can see that when I do put it on there, the back end doesn't squat as it did when I originally had it. The precaution that I take because of the extra weight and the wheels, when I'm not using it, I keep the rear wheels off the ground so they don't get flat spots. Other than that, when you get at the on-off switch, is actually double-sided taped to the top of this. What I did is I moved it underneath, and I relocated my batteries. You can see I'm charging this one. I relocated my switch and rerouted my wires so that I can actually do everything from underneath. Maybe flip it on my side if I have to, fill it out without even taking the top off. So that's a big plus there. And on the notes of double-sided tape, you see Eugene standing in the background. He's actually held on with, this isn't a promotion for anybody, I'm not getting paid for anything. But if you ever heard of alien tape, this stuff is like gold. It's like pure 100% adhesive. And it's supposedly reusable, waterproof, blah, blah, blah. But that's what's keeping him standing up. So, might want to consider getting that too. Other than that, I think that pretty much covers everything, and I don't think I'm going to give you any more boring videos on anything. I don't plan to modify this anymore. I am contemplating cutting out all these goofy looking windows on the frame and just putting in clear. And again, when I do, I'll probably use that alien tape to do it, but if it happens, I might mention it. I'm not going to do a video on it because I'm not much for cinematography. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it helps out. If you got any questions or something, feel free to shoot me a message, whether you like everything or not. I'm going to go ahead and put my shafts in. I'm sure you don't need to know how to do that. So, again, I said, hope it helps and enjoy. Thanks. Have a good one.